Hello and welcome to the Goodfellas podcast, the podcast where two mates talk nonsense for your benefit.
Oh,
I'm Clarke,
and I'm Shaun.
and as you know from the last episode, we've upgraded, motherfucker.
We've got better mics now, and
Yeah.
we sound better.
Yeah, we sound better.
Mine's
and also, from the last episode, Shaun came in clutch.
With some new gift
Captain Clutch, which he never does on gaming. It's got our logo on. It's got our logo on, and it's brilliant. And that was from
Northeast Trophies.
Yeah, brilliant.
Northeast Trophies.
Thank you so much for that. Really appreciate it.
Okay,
How are you doing, dog?
I'm good. Yeah, another episode, which is
Another
good.
episode.
Which means another beer.
Come on, man.
So-
There's a new leader for Shaun.
It
We
was.
should also do like average scores.
Oh,
Like,
okay,
average,
what's our average? Yeah, I like that. That's good.
I like that.
Well, before we do the beer episode today, we are going to talk about things that should be illegal but aren't. So that might sound a little bit, ooh, what's he mean by that? We'll get into it and we'll come up with some things. I think they'd be quite enjoyable. We'll talk about it.
Our opinion on if we think it should be or not. And
Yeah, just things which irk us. And
Yes.
people and that. Yeah, so
like doing this podcast with Shaun.
we'll debate it. So, on that note, I'm going to give myself a beer and not you one. Okay.
Fuck out of my garden.
I've gone back to the UK.
Oh.
Okay, I thought we were a bit different. I present to you the Moongazer Dewhopper Norfolk Lager.
Bloody hell. Doesn't that look good?
Looks good, doesn't it? So we've got like the bunny on the front for people who can.
Oh, that's a clear logo. It's gluten-free, 4%, Norfolk. I'm impressed.
There you go.
You're getting some good ones, dog.
So we'll say this one.
From
Beers Europe is again. So like I said, check out our socials for our affiliate link on that and get yourself some great beers. And we'll see how this is.
Well, they have been, haven't they? Even the worst beer we've had has still been a beer we could have a session
Oh,
on.
100%, yeah. So it'd be interesting.
These glasses, by the way, they're perfect for the pour.
Full pint mugs they are.
Full pint mugs. You did a really good job on these, dog.
Can
Well
that,
done.
will that show it a bit more?
Not really. A little bit. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
So you've got our logo on there.
Yeah.
Big one.
Chuffed with that.
I
We'll
got
probably eventually start selling these.
Equal pours there.
Yeah, equal pours. Cheers,
Cheers for
brother.
set. Darker looking beer for a lager. It would definitely be a bit more hoppier, bitter, but
It's a bit more hoppier, bitter, eggs, yeast, and bacon. Didn't do that last episode.
you didn't know. You normally do it.
Yeah,
so.
get off me, pal. That has got
Nice.
more crafty taste. Do you know what I mean
Yeah.
by that?
Yeah. Like
it's
it's not an ale, obviously it's a lager, but
It's a bit ale-y. Does that make sense?
yeah. Brewed of chalk filtered water from the brewery's own well. There you go.
Well, I could,
Light gold colour and a crisp hoppy finish. Yeah,
I
that's
could
it.
taste the chalk, to be fair. I thought I was about to lift some weights with it on my hands.
I'm different to you. I quite like a nice ale.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm not opposed to it. It tastes really nice, but you are. And yeah, I prefer Guinness.
Yeah, no, strange, isn't it?
Yeah.
A stout, yeah. ASMR.
Bet you heard that with this microphone.
Well, that was nice.
Yeah, very nice.
So should we get into it?
Let's do it. Let's dance. Let's
Thing, I have my phone here just because I got it on there as a reference guide. So things that should be illegal but aren't. Okay. So
Oh.
we'll go through public behaviour that should be illegal. Okay. So one which does get on my nerves a little bit is either loud FaceTiming or speakerphone conversations in public.
I know.
So, you know, you could be on a bus
I know.
and someone's there.
All right, mate.
All right, bud.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
you've got the other person on speakerphone.
Yeah.
You get a whole conversation.
Yeah, so, yeah, all right, geez. Yeah, I fucking got some fish and chips and fuck everyone on this bus. It is, isn't it?
It is like, yeah, you know, like I know bus is a public space and there's no rules on it, but I think like,
Common courtesy, though.
yeah, why do you have to be so loud and FaceTiming
Yeah, I
and
know. Yeah, I know.
having the speakerphone at like, you know, unless you're completely deaf, have your phone by your ear. Like, what's the difference? You
Yeah,
know?
no, I agree. It is very frustrating. It doesn't get to me loads, but I feel like what does get to me is because you're not respecting people around you.
Yes.
So that then it does get to me. So
Yeah.
yeah, just quiet it down a bit instead of a
Yeah.
level volume.
Yeah,
Because it is like that.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's like they're shouting. It's not like a little. Oh yeah, right, mate. Yeah, yeah, and that kind of stuff. It is loud conversation and stuff and that. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's one which
Vexes me.
annoys me. And people FaceTime in and stuff and that.
Oh, yeah, I don't mind the FaceTime as much if they're not that loud. I don't mind.
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
But if they're not loud, it's like all right. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Being kind of UK public as we are, we like to queue, or we do queue.
We do queue. We are if there
Respectful.
was an Olympic sport,
We'd win it
the
for
UK
queuing.
would win it for queuing.
So queue jumpers. Experienced quite a lot of that in ourselves.
Yeah.
I think one of the ones we both recall, not us, but we were there,
Was a stag.
was a stag do we went on, and one of our
Ronaldo.
we were in Berlin, and
He
was-
basically, because of this queue,
Got
this
his
story,
nickname. Yeah.
his nickname became Hodor.
Hoodle, yeah,
Hold the door.
hold the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, we actually weren't there at the time, were we?
No.
We went on a walk, and the other guys were kind of split up. They wanted to explore Berlin,
Yeah.
didn't they? So they explored it, and they were getting on a bus,
Yeah.
and
A sightseeing
a
bus.
sightseeing bus, and they were in the front of a queue,
Yeah.
and they were waiting, and the bus turned up, and some elderly ladies,
Yeah.
German elderly ladies, decided to get on the bus first
Yeah.
or push in.
Yeah.
Rory wasn't having any of it.
Listen.
And he put both his hands in front of the door and was like, "No,
What's it? It's like, we're British.
we queue."
We queue.
Yeah.
So do you. Like that. And apparently the other lads were just like, oh, no, mate. No.
You stood
Just
his
let
friend-
him on the bus. He's
Yeah,
like, nope. Nope. We queued first.
Yeah.
We get on first. So since then, he has been Hodor.
Because he held those doors open.
Yeah.
So
For himself.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think. Do you ever call it out? Would you call it out as well?
Yeah, 100%.
If someone pushing me, hey mate, what are you doing?
Yeah,
Pushing in there,
I've
yeah,
done it before. Or especially at a bar
yeah.
or something. Be there
Oh yeah.
and like, and sometimes it is the server's fault. Like the people who are serving you, because they can see you up there.
Yeah,
Because I've
that's a
been there
good point.
before.
I can-
You can acknowledge, you know who's coming up, and you'll be there and something, and someone just comes up to the side, and you've waited like 3 or 4 times, and it's like, yeah, all right, mate. I'm straight away like, oh, sorry, mate, I was there first.
Yeah.
Like, I'll say it, no problem, no problem.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
That's the difference of class as well. Now, because I've been there a few times. If someone comes and asks me that question, I'm like, oh no, like he was next
too.
or she was next or whatever.
Me too.
But you get the people come up and they just get served. They don't even
Yeah,
give a
mate.
shit about anyone else.
Yeah, mate, I'll have this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like not like, oh, actually, I've just come up. Oh, you know, or even
Exactly.
courteously asked, like, are you being served now? Because you know if they've been there before you, because you've come up to the bar and you've seen them. So you're like, oh, you being served? You been served? No, all right, yeah. Then I carry on, but they don't.
The thing is with a lot of these, it's got to be people who don't give a shit about other people.
Yeah.
No manners.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that's one. What about playing loud music out and about? You get people playing their speakers or their phones.
Depends where, like, I mean,
Like, yeah, okay, you might get it if you're in a park or a picnic, public
No
space, and that,
problem.
no problem with that, yeah.
no problem. On a beach, no problem.
Well, what about the ones where they put them on they're on push bikes and go past?
No problem.
No problem with that, yeah.
Like, they're moving. They're on their way.
On a bus, airport?
Yeah, of course, that's different.
Yeah.
Like, we're all there together.
Mm.
Common courtesy. I know you are at a park, but you're outside. It's like you got to expect people to have some music or something. I don't think it's as bad. And also, it could depend because
Yeah.
if I'm in an airport or if I'm on a bus and they start playing Bob Marley, you can bet I'm singing
Join
along
in.
to it. You know?
I've seen a lot of videos where people have played music out like loud, or like there's a couple where like people singing. I know it's slightly different. People singing, and you might think, oh, it's annoying, but then like people join in with that person and stuff. It's happened at festivals or other things, and stuff. Yeah, that kind of
I
vibe.
don't really
Yeah.
have a problem with it.
So okay.
I don't really, unless it's like, fuck you! You fucking cunt! Type of music. Sorry to use the C word, but that's the type of music.
I know. The one which this one really gets me, I think. People who stop dead in the middle of like a busy pavement or a shop. Like you're there, you're walking, and they just stop, or they're having a conversation with someone in the middle of the road, in the middle of pavement.
Or to take up the aisle.
Take out, oh, you're just
Similar
like,
thing.
I always go, I always say something as I go past, like under my breath and
Yeah,
stuff
no,
now,
no,
but
no,
I'm just...
I say it. I will go. And what I usually do, obviously, if it's like an old lady or a woman, I won't. Because I would just be like, oh, excuse me.
Yeah, okay.
If it's an old woman, I'm not going to say nothing. Or an old man. But if it's someone like my age or like a bloke and they're being a bit like that, I'll move into them enough. I'm like, oh, sorry, mate.
I was going to do the same. I've done that a few times. I've always
Yeah.
made sure, like in the supermarket, I make sure my trolley touches
Yeah.
theirs. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, and they're like,
Yeah.
oh sorry, and then they decide to move
Exactly.
it down. Yeah.
No, I will do it because, like, even just a small little bit of like you teach them, they might stop doing it down the road.
Yeah.
So we're helping the world out one dickhead at a time.
I know, but the ones you just stop, you just like you're walking, you're in your flow, and you stop, and just like, oh, for Christ's sake, like,
Just feel like you're going like, ugh.
yeah, just like, oh, just stop. I always go past, like, oh yeah, just stop anywhere, while make little comments to that.
Yeah.
Okay. What about joggers, runners, should we say, not joggers you wear, or cyclists who don't move over? Kind of think
Move
they've
over
got
from where?
from anywhere. They could be running down a road, or
Yeah, 'cause I was
not
gonna
specifically on like a cycle path.
I was going to say
yeah.
because there's no way I'm going to catch up with anyone in my state. But yeah, I make myself as big as possible
Yeah.
because it's fucking rude, isn't it? Show a bit of courtesy, show a bit of space. Cyclists who go like two cyclists wide.
That is the worst for me. I
Obviously,
hate
if
it.
it's clear, whatever, you carry on. So you want to chat.
But they know there's cars behind
Yeah,
them.
on the road it's annoying. On a cycle path or whatever, if they can see you're coming and they're still not right at the end, it makes me want to just go poof,
Yeah.
like that. Like honestly, and runners too. It's not, I'm not against cyclists, fucking wankers. No, like if it's,
Ear attacks, yeah.
yeah, no,
No.
if it's runners as well and they don't like give you any room, I make myself as big as possible. It's quite a size, and just to be like just. You want to make, with all of these, you want to make them realise that they're being dickheads.
Yeah, and it's they ain't got given right. Like we've got a couple. You're not. I don't want to like pick on. I've cycled in that and passed it.
Just pick on them.
They're not Tour de France, all right. And they do too wide and stuff now. But like we got a school, right? So when we go to a school and stuff, and there's it goes over a cycle path, and there's like a little zebra crossing meant to be, right? Okay, so you come round a little like chicane bit for us, like a little bar, and you cross over, and we always look left and right to see if there's like cyclist or runner kind of thing like that.
Yeah.
The amount of times a cyclist doesn't stop, they're just like,
I know.
and there's kids that wait to cross and stuff.
Yeah,
and
that's
it's like it's meant I know it's not like a car zebra crossing, but it's a similar thing. They should be slowing down and stuff there. But they're like, no, I gotta beat my time trial record and stuff.
I promise you, if I was there and a cyclist hit or went into my children, they would not get back up. No way.
No. So yeah.
Yeah, cyclists come at us. I have cycled before as well.
Do you know any cyclists?
I know lots of fucking cyclists. Yeah, GNC wannabe motherfucker Latvian. Yeah, no, one of my really good friends. He's a cyclist. Well, a few of them actually. One of them's got a massive forehead. Looks like a shape of a McDonald's sign. I know who you're on about.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
It's because they watch it. So
Crimes against communication.
crimes against humanity.
Yeah. Oh, what's that game? Cards Against Humanity.
Cards.
That would be great. So crimes against communication. Voice notes. Do you do voice notes? We do voice notes.
We do.
Voice notes which are longer than 2 minutes, though.
Yeah, but we've done that.
Have we?
Yeah, I'll show you if you want.
Okay. I've never done one
but
longer than 2 minutes.
that's
1
not
minute
it.
59.
Yeah. No, I don't think it's bad. Like, because but for me, I'm out on the road a lot, so I will voice note.
Yeah.
And so I definitely left you like a 5-hour voice note.
Oh, I imagine that.
Oh yeah.
Helps make it.
How's it going? No, I don't think that's that bad. Is it?
Okay. What about the high text with no follow up? Do you think that's something?
Yeah.
Just someone just saying hi, and then what you meant to say back? Hi, or like?
Oh, I would match the energy.
Yeah.
I feel like as you get older, you put a lot of like effort and stuff into friendships we spoke about, and you don't get stuff back. So I absolutely match their energy.
Because hi could mean a lot of things. They could be like, I might text you hi, and you might like, hi, how you doing? Or you might be like,
Yeah.
hi, are you alright?
I would say that to you there.
Yeah,
This
like-
is me saying hi, Brett. You alright? Talk.
Yeah, because normally I wouldn't do
What's
that.
going
It's
on?
unusual, isn't it? Yeah,
Yeah,
but yeah, you just think like,
Hi, you stalkery.
it's like, oh, hi, yeah. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. It's, 'cause you're saying hi, but it's like, well, what do you want?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
It's that.
it is.
What about replying K? So photo K, the short version of K. I know I'm showing my age there, but whatever. Replying K to a thoughtful message.
Or like a thumbs up.
Yeah. So you've sent someone like a massive message like, and
Fuck
it's K or
Get me ready for an argument, mate. Like, honestly, that is so fucking rude.
yes.
Isn't it now? Like,
Yeah.
A thoughtful message, and they barely say anything back. You're just like, well, why the fuck am I even friends with you? Isn't it? Isn't it?
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, I think that's massively, like, shows they don't give a shit about you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one gets on winners. You had any like big group chats with like
Yeah.
hundreds of plus of like unread messages, but about something like maybe not relevant?
Like, unread messages?
Well, like you might look at it and you've got like a chat, and it might be, I don't know, say it's like,
And I've not read it.
yeah, and you've got
Yeah.
like 100 messages, and you go into, you're like, oh my god, what are they chatting about? or
Yeah,
something.
honestly, well, the kissy cats, like, the amount of time I'd be, like, doing a job or something. It's like an hour, and it's like 86 messages.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And it's all bollocks. Like,
Yeah.
real chat bollocks.
Because then it's like you got to go. Do you read through it?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. You go through it slowly, read through it.
Because, like,
But we get it in like our chats and stuff, and I'm like,
yeah.
you a couple hours later, and you've seen all his messages, and they're like, is there a time limit that you can reply back to some of the earlier messages? So like, say you and McGee or
that's
someone's
funny.
added a message,
Yeah, that's funny.
and you've talked about it, and then like a couple hours later, I slept one of those messages. Oh yeah, I did like that. Is that out of time then because you've already spoken about it?
Yeah, well, do you not think that some people, if you haven't been privy to the convo, even though you're in the group there and then, and some people, you reply later, some people are like, oh yeah, you weren't chatting about it at the start. Some people are like that.
Yeah.
I've seen, but also not really.
Yeah.
If you're joining in on the conversation, as long as you're like, yeah, I don't think it's...
Like if you're like, oh sorry lads, been at work, just
yeah,
catching
you
up,
don't have to say sorry. Like,
and then you go like, oh,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is my like. Not going to say this is my fault, but you just reply to his messages or something like, yeah,
I don't
okay.
think that's a bad thing, no.
Something which you probably don't experience a lot of, but I've definitely had this. People who don't mute themselves when they're kind of eating on Teams calls and Zoom calls. I've had some fun.
Yeah.
I've had some funny ones on there
Have you?
where like people haven't muted themselves and they're like having a conversation with their missus in the background. It's like, and you're overhearing it, and you're like,
Yeah.
or they're eating food and they're like, and you're like, can someone just mute themselves?
Yeah,
and then
you
you
all right
instantly
there?
know. It's like, oh, shit, mute.
You're not heard anywhere like...
Shooting and stuff like that, yeah. They're funny, but also like, yeah, sometimes it can be annoying.
Funny you say that, actually, because obviously I don't really go on any Teams or Zoom meetings, but I did a driver's awareness course last week. So,
Oh,
yeah, so I
naughty boy.
didn't get the 3 points. It's only the 7th one I've done. No. But you could do it online, so obviously it was on Zoom, and I was there, and it was literally, like, we were all there, and obviously when someone makes a noise, the camera goes to them,
Yeah.
and this guy was there, and he was just like this, he was just like, and we were there, and I started pissing myself. I muted myself, and he said it like that. It's like, oh, I can't remember what his name was, but it's like, oh, do you want to mute your mic a minute? And it was just like, you could tell the guy was like,
Oh, shit,
like
yeah.
that, right? But also, like, we could see him anyway.
Yeah.
It's a noise. He's probably like, he's having a scrap to get Toby out. Like, yeah,
God, you'd feel bad after that, wouldn't you?
yeah, he did.
What about those people? Do you? This is a good one.
Debatable.
Type in "lol"
Yeah,
when they're clearly not laughing.
yeah, I know. Yeah,
But do you think you can read that from someone? I don't know. Like,
it's hard. I don't really type lol that much, but if I do, I text a message how I talk.
yeah,
So if I'm writing ha 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 or crying laughy face or that,
which is what we normally do.
because
Yeah,
I'm laughing.
yeah.
I am like that. Yeah, I just think so many people do it, don't they? I don't know what you think.
No, I think I don't think I've done
always
it
feel
before.
like a lol is like, lol, all right, mate.
It's like you have to say it.
yeah, like a negative.
We always do crying laughing faces, which is always a lot better, I think.
You always do the
And
4 different ones.
I do, yeah. It's because that's my predictive text. It
Oh,
just
right.
comes up, yeah. So I'm like,
Oh, right.
do, and it just comes
Right,
up.
Okay.
It's actually my top emoji up, What's your top emoji?
Obviously the aubergine.
Mine's a peach.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. What about, I think you've experienced this definitely. Friends who leave you on like delivered for 3 days. So you've sent something, they've not come back to you, and then they reply, haha, so true.
Yeah, fucking wankers.
that's just...
Not my friends anymore. Honestly, people who leave you on not read or that, like they could be not good at replying or whatever, ever. When it happens multiple times, it's like makes you feel like shit. They're obviously shit friends, and fucked a lot of them. No, isn't it though?
Oh, there's that. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It's rude.
Or what about the ones when? Oh yeah, so delivered. Yeah, sorry, it is back delivered. So like,
But
yeah.
you can see when they read it.
So if you had like double blue tick on WhatsApp, or you've seen
or
their little face, you've seen it.
That's red.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so rude, man. Because like nowadays, people have got their phone with them or on their phone 80% of the time. There's no excuse. Even say, "Oh, I'll reply to you later, dog." There's no problem.
We said that on one of the other things.
No
We said we'd
problem.
do that. Yeah.
But when you don't reply and and then you leave it, and then some people get anxiety, don't they? Like, oh, I've left it so much. Should I reply to the?
Yeah.
The longer you leave it without apologising, if you can leave it for days, if you say sorry, genuinely mean it, and you start the conversation, it's no.
I think if you just went back and just responded to the message and it's like a long time.
Yeah.
But if you said, "Oh shit, sorry," and I've done it before. "Oh shit, sorry, dog. I did see this, but I forgot to respond," or something like that.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then you respond. It's kind of like
It's when you
acceptable.
try and act like it didn't happen. Or
Yeah.
Or stuff. That's when people don't forget that stuff.
I know.
They don't.
What about people who call instead of texting to say you free? Yeah. So you had someone phone you were like, "You free?" Well, I don't know. Clear I am because I just picked up the phone.
I know.
And to be fair, I do that.
Yeah.
So when I
call for the slightest thing where you could have just messaged.
Yeah. But I've done it with like work. I ring up people. I'm like, they pick up the phone. I'm like, "Oh, are you all right to talk?" And they're like, yeah, that's fine. And I'm like, in my own head. So I'm subject to that.
That's true. Yeah, I do that.
Because I'm like, are they all right to talk? They picked up, but are they busy? Have they just picked up because they've seen a number? Like, I'm just almost like courtesy. Are you all right to talk? But yeah. I've definitely done it. But yeah, something small where you could just message or preempt with a text, "You free," is always quite a funny one. Right, this is my biggest one on here. 100%. This is home and family kind of offences now.
Oh.
But that's what it's called. But glitter on cards or decorations. Claire will agree with me. I hate when she buys any cards with glitter. When me or the kids get any cards with glitter on it. I know what you're going to do now. You're going to buy the most glitterous card ever when it comes to my birthday now. I just hate it. It just goes everywhere. It's on your fingers, on your clothes. You can't get it off. It's on the floor. You can't hoover up half the time.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Like, you can't hoover glitter up.
I fucking hate it. I hate the stuff. So I think it's banned. It should be banned. Whoever invented glitter to go on there, or there's like decorations, making stuff. Yeah, that's my thing. And you can disagree or agree, but that's mine. I hate it.
Literally, you put about 9 different ideas in my head.
Glitter bombs and all that.
Yeah, I don't mind. Like, I get what you're saying. At the moment, especially with young kids, we make a lot of cards with glitter and stuff.
Yeah.
So I have no choice but to embrace the glitter. But yeah, I get you.
Okay. I don't know if you've had this. Do you get any? Does anyone your lids? Do you put empty packaging back in the fridge or cupboard?
No.
No, it always goes straight in the bin.
That's bloody annoying.
Yeah.
Fucking hell,
like.
You know what? The odd time me and Liz have said like something, it might be the odd time like I'll absolutely banter her with it. Like I'll a pack of chicken or bacon, I'll put it back in there. She's like, no, but I'm winding her up, but not actually.
Yeah. Kids have done it. The kids have they've left like, I've gone in there like to get a packet of crisps and the whole bag is there and there's no crisps. And I'm like, why have you done that? Why just put it in the bin? Like,
Yeah.
Right. This is definitely one which most people would agree with. And like we've mentioned before, microwaving fish or eggs in a shared space. So I tell you what, right? This is what I
Hey.
used to have, right? My old company, I worked. You know, I mentioned about we had a pork pie thing and all that stuff. We had like a tea point, like a shared thing to make your tea and coffee in a microwave. And one of the guys used to love cockles, right? And they fucking
Arguably
stunk.
the fishiest, smelliest.
And he would open up a little tin of cockles like that, and he'd have them out. He'd pour them on his plate and all that. And you go in there to make a cup of tea later, you're like, fucking hell, what's that? And it's like, oh yeah, it's Dave. He's added cockles. I'm just like,
Yeah, cockles are.
oh, horrible. Why would you bring them to work? Have them home. It's not fun to have at work, but
What was it? For my birthday this year, my father-in-law, he got me a whiskey. And obviously, whenever you have a whiskey, you say it warms the cockles, don't they? That's what they say. And he got me a bag of bloody cockles.
Aw.
And they're in the freezer at the moment, and they're never leaving.
no.
And they stunk. But he got me some cockles.
Oh, horrible things.
Yeah.
Okay. What about people who clap when the plane lands?
That's mainly Yanks, isn't it? It is mainly the Yanks. Like,
Cheer, like, yeah, you landed a plane, you've done your job. It's literally like that.
Yeah, it is.
Congratulations, you've done your job. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I get it. I get it if you've.
It's mainly an American thing.
I get it if you've had like
A lot of turbulence.
a lot of turbulence, horrendous flight.
Yeah.
You're coming in and it's swaying like
Go
that.
upside down and loop de loop, and then
You're like,
yeah, like
fucking shooting yourself like that.
It is with Denzel Washington.
Oh yeah. What when he turns the
Upside down.
plane upside down, which is based on the true thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Over the Hudson River, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you went through that, fuck me, I'd be clapping and like praying to Jesus.
I'd be like, do you want me to suck you off? By that?
But yeah,
Yeah.
just generally like you've done your job.
It's more an American thing. But
No one claps me for doing my job.
yeah, well, you didn't do it properly.
Oh,
Just say what your manager was saying. No.
walked right into that, didn't I?
Yeah, no, it's an overkill, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
an overkill.
This is one. I know this won't get you, but like, could be an OCD thing.
Yes.
TV volume. Are you an odd or an even number?
Oh, bloody hell.
Are you like, if you're on 17, does it have to go to 20?
No, I know you are. I know you are.
You gotta round it up, like.
Yeah,
Let's make that be on 17. What's 17? Like, yeah.
no, I know.
You're just like,
You
acceptable.
are.
I am literally like at home, like if obviously the TV we got, the bigger TV is like it goes up louder. So to listen to the football, I'm like 35, 40. I go up in 5 increments. I would never be on like 37 or 46. That would kill me.
No, don't really bother me.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. You keep going.
That's fine. We'll move on to like parenting peeves now. So
Right. Pet peeves.
something which you might be experiencing a lot: soft play chaos.
Yes.
Especially parents who might treat it like a pub
Yeah, they don't fucking care about the kids.
on their phones,
They just let them wreak havoc.
wreak havoc.
They don't look at them. They just they expect someone else. Could be family members. It could be whoever else, or just no one
Yeah.
to like. And they know their kids could be like a bit reckless or they hit or whatever, and they just don't get on with it.
Well, I'm like I said, I learned Mason like we're getting a bit older now. I didn't go to like soft play, and it's like I always told them off before: don't climb up the slide, right? And you got kids go up the slide, they like try and climb back up the slide,
Yeah.
and I'm like telling them, just go down then.
Yeah.
If you wipe them out, you wipe
what
them
I
out,
think,
kind of stuff.
yeah.
Now, and I remember, one.
Yeah.
We were at like one of the local soft play places, and I was in there with Viola. We didn't have Mason at the time. And I went in, and we got to the top, and she wanted to go down the slide, the big slide, goes around, it's dark. And there was a kid, and he was on top of the slide, and he had his hands, and he was in the slide, and he had his hands on top, and he was like obviously hanging down on top of the slide, looking at me like that. And I was just like, "Oh, are you gonna go down?" Because like she'd like to go down and stuff and that. And he was like, "I'm not moving." He was a bit older.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh well, please," because like she wants to go down and have a go on slide. He was like, "He's not going down."
Yeah.
So I looked around. I was like that. I literally got where his hands were. I lifted his fingers. And just let go of him and he went down. I felt so good. So he went down, and I was like, "Go on, Ida, you can go down now like that and stuff." But I was like, you know, like they didn't.
The parents ain't monitoring him.
No, there's so much stuff that happens. I'm like, you're always there. I'm like, oh, where's the parents for that child? Then? No, that child's just done that. Like, you know, like, yeah, you know. And
No, we had it. We went up to Edinburgh to see Miggy and Emma, and we went to a soft play, and obviously it was Roman and Bella,
yeah,
and they're there, and like there was a couple of kids going up, and like Roman would try and climb the slide. And to be fair, I say to him, no, unless there's absolutely no one there, you
Yeah.
can't see. Otherwise, he can do what he wants. Why no one's there? But the second there's someone there, I'm like, come down now, and he will.
Yeah.
Then he went to a ball pit, and there was like these two twins, boys. I reckon they were 5 or 6. They were taller than Bella. Bella was almost 5, and they were there. And anyone who went into this bit, they started launching balls at him. And Bella got in there, and he threw a ball. I was like, "Don't throw the ball at them. They don't want to do it." And one of them, and they were both looking at me like that. And then other boy threw it, and I was like, Bella, Roman. I was like, throw him back. Roman's there. He's like,
Yeah.
Bella's there, like, and I hit him, and Roman clocked him. He's got an arm on him, Roman has. He clocked this kid right in the eye.
She's our laugh,
He's
crying.
He's like, ah! Because I was behind the net, and I was like, yes, like that. And then I was like, right, you carry on. And the brother went out, and he was just like, no, like that. And he tried to push past Roman. And Bella, she's really good. She's like, don't touch my brother, like that. And he was like that. Parents were nowhere.
No one reacts. No. Yeah, they didn't come over and like, oh, is everything all right and stuff. They're just oblivious to it. Yeah, because
a lot of parents do that.
And I don't get it. Like I was gonna say, I get it. Dan. I don't get it. You go to soft play. Like for us now at our age, like the kids are older, so but they're respectful and they know what they're doing. So I can sit down. I can have a coffee.
Yeah.
I can watch them and leave them to play. They don't need me and stuff now. Whereas obviously when they're younger, it's fine.
Yeah.
So I always got on with them. Always got on with them.
Me
Stuff.
too.
I'd never.
Always walking under.
And some people say it's like an escape. Like, oh, they're just going to soft play.
I know.
I've got my phone, have a coffee, and I just ignore them. But they're just oblivious to it, aren't they? So yeah.
Yeah, no. I was always like at the end of the slide, or I'd walk underneath, or be with them. Yeah.
That one was a good long one we talked about there.
Yeah.
What about kids' parties, but no coffee or food for the adults?
Yeah, no, I'm not fussed.
You're not fussed? No. So you, I suppose you're going there for the kids' party.
For the kids, it's fine. Like,
Yeah.
It's an added bonus if they sort you out.
Yeah.
I've done it. I'm not bothered.
No, true.
No.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never come here with coffee or food. So.
Fuck right off.
What about? Do you get the like school WhatsApp groups that become full blown political forums?
Yeah,
Do you get?
It's mainly the mums. So.
Yeah. We've had a few like going off. Oh my god, I can't believe the school have done this or the teacher.
Honestly, like it was. It's not so much now. I say up until like Christmas, just after. Any little thing, and it was like, like oh my god, so this. Oh my god, you see, they're not blocking the road for the cars to come down. Oh my god, I'm just glad I'm not part of that.
Yeah.
Liz is there, just like, oh crikey, look at all these messages. Yeah.
Okay, what about like if you're in the waiting room somewhere, someone either brings a loud toy. You know, sometimes they have toys there potentially. They might have toys in a place because sometimes they have it for the kids. You might be at dentist or doctors.
Yeah.
So they might bring a loud toy, or I've definitely been there before when a kid gets a couple of toys and they're like banging it on the table floor, and you're there like, does that get to you? You're just there like, oh my god, someone just wait, and they don't react to it maybe, and just like,
I know.
Why don't you just tell the kid just to be quiet or something?
Toy off.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, of course. Because again, that's from the parent. It's just like you're frustrated at them. Just like, come on, it's not hard. Just quiet them down because there's a lot of people. It's affecting a lot of people.
Yeah. That was kind of those ones I've picked out of the list I had. I suppose the only other one I think which gets me, it's not really something which is illegal or whatever it should be, is people not saying thank you when you open the door for them.
Yeah, so fucking rude.
I know loads of people will talk about it before or whatever, but that is the worst thing, I think.
Yeah.
Or even if you like in a car. You let someone pass, they don't flash or put their hand
up.
up.
There's a lot of driving ones,
that gets me raging.
Yeah, if they don't say thanks or flash, I'm like, what? I'm just like that. I'm like, yeah, or like not indicating when they go to turn and stuff. Driving sets everyone off. Though,
yeah. Oh, it really rages.
Honestly,
yeah, it's so easy to happen.
So easy, yeah. Fucking dickheads.
Any more you can think of maybe that we've not talked about which might upset you?
Well, I guess you said loud people, but like if they're on a plane, or what about people who recline back?
Yeah.
Do you think they should ban the ability to recline their seats when it's all in public like that? I think they should.
Yeah, I feel like because you haven't got the space. Because I mean, they could recline, you could recline back. I feel like
I know.
if the ability's there, maybe ask.
ask.
Like, oh, look, am I alright to recline it? And
Yeah.
if someone's like, well, I don't really want you to recline it, and then you respect it and stuff.
Yeah,
But
but if you just
I've
do
seen
it,
some where they've like,
it's rude. It is rude. I know you've got the option. I think it's just rude if you don't ask.
I know you've mentioned it before about kids crying on a plane and stuff is like, it's fine,
It's no
acceptable.
problem.
What about a kid or like someone a bit older kicking the back of your seat though?
Yeah.
And the parent doesn't say anything.
Turn around and sweet chin music. No, I'd turn straight around and be like, "You don't get my chair."
Yeah.
I would give him the eyes. I'd be like,
Yeah, that's it.
yeah.
You said about one of the driving ones, one which gets me is a roundabout or even like at a turn in and people who don't indicate.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, well, thank you for letting me know.
I know. It's so annoying, man. Honestly, yeah, no, that's so frustrating. Driving,
Yeah.
there's loads. People who don't even just stick to the speed limits.
Yeah.
People who drive don't know what the actual speed limit is. You're on a country road, you could do like 50 or 60 and they're still doing 30.
Yeah.
Very frustrating. But I guess if they're safe.
Yeah. Another one was thinking of which should be legal, and that is this is definitely one for most British people. Cup of tea. Putting the milk in a cup of tea before you take the bag out. It's a criminal offence.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it is. And especially if you put
Because it is.
if you put milk in first, you shouldn't even be here. Like it is.
Why?
Because you shouldn't. That's not how you make a proper cup of tea. Proper cup of tea, you put your tea bag in, hot water, you let it brew, you stir it round and everything like that, and then once you're happy with your colour, because you might like it strong, you might like it weak, you then take your tea bag out, you drain it,
Yeah.
put it down, then you can add your milk.
But I
Not
know,
before.
I know tea drinkers who've done both.
Yeah, well, they're not my friends.
Fair enough.
And some people might, so I think a lot of people might agree with me on that one.
Probably not.
It's just,
Yeah. No, I can't think of things.
no?
You said a lot, though.
No, I just brought a few, I had a few down, so I just thought,
Is that you come to an end?
that is me. That is,
Shall we?
yeah, do you want to review the beer?
I do.
Okay, so we have got the Moongazer Dew Hopper. So this is the Norfolk Brewhouse Craft. So obviously it's called Dew Hopper, Norfolk Lager. The Moongazer, I don't know what the difference of that bit is. 4%. It's quite nice and light.
Yeah.
A nice beer. I actually did quite enjoy that one.
Yeah.
I will put it up here.
It is Dew Hopper with a D. Dew. D-E-W.
How you spell Dew?
What? J-E-W?
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
So the Dew Hopper.
Yeah.
Not as nice as...
No. It's,
I like it. I do like a hoppy beer.
you do, don't you? I was first and last one, so...
Yeah, it's an 8 for me. Okay, it is an 8.2.
Yeah. I'm going to go with a 7.58. One of the worst, still nice, by the way. We haven't really had bad beers, so it's still nice. I would still
Well,
have
to be
that.
fair, we've started with like 8s and
Yeah,
9s and
yeah,
7s.
yeah,
We've
yeah.
not like got a 4 or 5 or anything.
No,
yet.
we
It's
haven't.
like
have we?
horrendous beer
No,
now.
we haven't. Like, this is still... Like, I think anything above a 7
Yeah,
is a good beer.
above average.
Yeah. So yeah, that's still really nice.
Yeah.
Thank you, Beers of Europe, of
Again,
course.
thank you very much. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Northeast Trophies.
Mate, yeah.
Best group.
Thank you very much. We're going to do a lot of socials, putting this up or set up and blah blah blah.
Yeah, we did.
But yeah,
So was it really a bit of a shorter episode?
yeah,
Okay, just wanted to bring that in there. It was a bit different.
yeah. No, good. That was a good one, Doc.
So nothing else for you? Nothing else for me?
Nope.
We'll end this episode now, a bit of a short one. Okay,
Yes.
and we will catch you on the next one.
Thank you very much.
See everyone later.
Cheerio.
Bye bye.